Our topic is reading and analysis of maps. Nowadays, we are using maps for different purpose. Okay, so we have so many uses of maps. So first map was prepared by Sumerians to maintain land records. Later, Babylonians tried to maintain the prepare the world map on clay tablets. Okay, 2600 years ago, they prepared world map. They thought that the world is a round disk, and they showed their country in the middle of the world map. Okay, after Babylonians, so around that same time, Greek geographers like Alexander, Ectotius of Turkey, and Herodotus, so also prepared world maps by using by arranging the places from east to west and north to south first time. Okay, so they traveled widely, and they maintained the record about the places what they visited, and they maintained the record information which is heard from different people, and the information which is collected from the different historians. So they maintained the record, and with the help of those records, they prepared world maps. Okay, and they showed their country, Greece, in the middle of the world map. Okay, and remaining, they arranged the countries like continents like Europe and other Asia and Africa around their country. Okay, so these all the countries are or continents are divided by Mediterranean Sea. So after that, Romans also try to prepare the world maps. Okay, next. The Romans, Romans and Greeks tried to make the maps accurate for the purpose of sailors. Okay, and at the time they used longitudes and latitudes. So to prepare these longitudes and latitudes, they used some techniques. They tried to find out a set of places where the midday occurred at the same time. They were joined with the line from the north to south. This was the meridian or longitudes. They also tried to draw latitudes by joining places which had equal length of shadow at noon. So with the help of these two lines, longitudes and latitudes, they try to prepare accurate maps for sailors. So this process took about 2000 years. Okay, finally they prepared good map for world. Next, Ptolemy. So also was also one of the most famous geographer of the ancient world, who prepared detailed maps, okay, by using these lines, longitudes and latitudes. So at the time, all these maps give more accurate information. They showed Europe and nearby countries in the world map. So, and already we have discussed, all who prepared the maps, they showed their countries in the middle. Okay, why? Because they traveled from their country around around the places, and that's why they thought that their country is in the middle of the world. So they don't know the information about the interior part of another continents or another countries. Okay, next, Ptolemy was also maintained some books about this information. So later, uh, the Arab sailors and Arab scholars also used these maps. Okay, with this help of these maps, all Idrisi, the Arabian Arab map maker, all Idrisi was also prepared a world map for his king in 1154. Okay, and later also so many people used these books. So before discovering these books, they thought their country in the middle of the world. At the same time, Chinese also prepared the world map. Okay, they also showed China in the middle of the world, and they thought that total world surrounded by water. Okay, and they showed Eurasian country properly. Eurasia means Europe and Asia. Okay, next, before discovered the books of the Ptolemy, so European map makers, mostly most of the maps prepared by Europe people. That's why European map makers thought that they influenced by the religious ideas of the Bible, okay, at the time, and according to the Bible. So the world was surrounded by water, and it is divided by three, like three continents. Okay, it is surrounded by water and divided into three continents. They showed, you can observe here, they showed three continents on the world map of Asia, Europe, and Africa. So, so at the time, those map makers showed north, south on the top and north in the bottom. Okay, here in this map, this is based on the Bible. So the Asia was showed on the top of the map, and it was showed bigger than remaining continents. So Europe and Africa shown in the bottom of the map. Okay, so around 1480s, Europeans discovered the books of Ptolemy. So later they changed their opinion, and they were prepared their new world maps based on the Ptolemy's books. Okay, during the 15th century, Ptolemy inspired a new enthusiasm in the known Arabic world, and some important schools, the Italian school, the French school, the English school, the German school grew up. So fortunately, it happened to be an age of discovery and exploration, which popularized map and its importance. So at the time, all the European traders tried to search for other routes to India. Okay, so at the time, Columbus went westwards and discovered the America, while at the same time Vasco da Gama went around Africa and reached India. So all these inventions so encouraged people to prepare new maps. Okay, and even they experienced that Earth was not a flat disk but a sphere like a ball. Okay, next, in the 16th century, Haaland also tried to prepare the world map. Like that, all European country people and other countries people to discover the new routes, to find the new markets, to colonize the different countries. So they started preparing world maps slowly. So you can see the improvement in the world maps. So projection in a map, already you know that Earth look like a ball, okay, round in shape. So if you draw same on the paper, we cannot show all the countries. Okay, so some countries may hidden or behind the globe. Okay, so and even when we are drawing, you cannot show the curvature, and some shapes may be destroyed. Shapes of the countries may be destroyed. So that's why to show the map, marketer devised a method for showing the correct shapes and directions of continents, but with distortion of sizes and distances. So to show the map on the paper, he reduced the size of the map. So this is called the method or projection of marketer. Okay. Next, now also we are using the same procedure. Next, to colonize or to exploit the resources. So many countries, all European countries started almost these North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, those countries were colonized by the European countries. So they want to know more information about these continents and interior parts of the countries. So for that purpose, they sent some people to know the information of interior places and to prepare the maps. So they traveled across mountains, deserts, and rivers. They fought with the local people to know the information. Finally, they collected information about climate, forests, routes, and they were prepared the maps for the purpose of European countries. So with this information, the European countries try to establish their rule over these interior areas. Okay. In the same time, Britishers also colonized our country. Okay. They started preparing detailed map of our country. For that purpose, they established one department, Survey of India. Here already you know the survey. So survey department maintained the record of the landowners and the boundaries of the lands, and they give some numbers to the lands. Those are called survey numbers. Okay, like that they maintain the record of the land. So Survey of India started survey in our country. James Runnell was appointed the Surveyor General. So he tried to prepare the first survey based maps of India. Okay, in 1802, William Lambton began one of the most important geographical surveys in the world, starting from Chennai in the south, and he tried to find the height of the mountains also. So the survey was completed by Sir George Everest, so who found the height of the Everest. Okay, so finally the Everest was called on the name of George Everest. Okay, so at the time Chennai, they started survey from the Chennai. Why? Because all the seas are same level, so that's why they started survey from the Chennai. So at the time of Second World War, so all the countries started preparing maps. So at the time, maps got more importance. Okay, so armies and air forces used those maps, and they try to maintain secrecy about those maps. But nowadays we cannot maintain secrecy. Why? Because all technology provide the information to all the people. We can search any map through internet, okay, to Google. So that's why it is not possible to maintain the secrecy in these days. Clear? So like that, maps were started preparing, and so many changes came in the preparation of maps. Now we are seeing and using advanced maps. Okay, we can find any place, any object in our earth by using the map. Nowadays we are using some maps for traveling, for other purposes also. Clear? So we'll discuss remaining part in the next class.